Good morning. So, 27th of February 2026. Don't know the song, never heard it before. Got 4 words, don't tell on me. If somebody's asking you to lie for them, that's not a good sign, is it? Red flags all over that. And today's card is the Hermit card, which means turning your back on everything and everyone, or what you've believed in, to follow your true life path. So you may have to turn your back on someone. If, however, it's in the reverse, some of you may be being bribed in some way to stay quiet. So let's see. And there he is on the cut. Did you see that? Look, that's today's card. Can't make it up. Let's see how it comes out. There he is. So somebody is selling the soul, which means they're covering up for somebody, enabling somebody. That's not good, is it? Not following the true life purpose. It's grandparents. It's so that may be why you may be being emotionally blackmailed. So the elderly. It's the name Millie, Walter, Mike, Julie, Susan, Reese, and Chantel. So let's see. Oh, and Darren. And Peter. Let's have a look. No longer sacrificing yourself, your happiness, no longer being a victim, no longer being the martyr. You don't say yes to something if it makes you feel uncomfortable. You have to see things from a different point of view. It's the healing of the feet and toes. It's being released from something. It's escapism. It's a return. Number 12, Pisces, Paul. And 13. So 12th and 13th of March could be important. It's coming out of your comfort zone. Something dies, so something can be born. It's the reproductive organs, shared resources. Hannah. The liver. The ovaries, etc. Somebody living in the past still. What did we say about that? The past is over, the future's not promised, we have to live in the now. You will not be able to, in Mercury retrograde, ignore the past. So this is exercising the ghosts of the past. We have to face them head on and clear the decks. There's a Rose there, so the name Rose, Fred, and that's just put connotations in my head, which is Rose and Fred West, which were serial killers. So you may think it's innocent what you're saying, covering up for somebody, but actually it's not. Aquarius energy. And we've got William again, and the Watermelon Man, somebody that was once accepted into the family, is now a dangerous enemy, possibly a man in uniform. We've got the Drama Queen again. So we've got William again. We've got Violet, Elizabeth, Dennis, Waterman, Bonnie, Langford, and the Flowers Violets. It could be anybody of any gender that's a drama queen. and the Egyptian Sphinx there. Travel across water, some of you will be travelling, but somebody's not turning their back on this, which it needs facing, so, but it could be a health issue that you're being asked to keep quiet about. Health issues are different, I think, because it all is personal, and you don't have a right to tell anyone another person's health issue unless it is detrimental to their health. And even then, for the elderly, I think that would be a betrayal. So, don't tell on me, is what I was getting. So we've got 12 positive, 13 positive. However, the 17 is negative. So we have Aquarius, Scorpio and Pisces. Let's see what they are in the chart. Aquarius is in, Pluto's in Aquarius. Pisces is your true node, which is the 11th house of Aquarius. Pisces in the ascendant, so it's rising. And Scorpio in the 9th house of health. There you go. The reproductive organs and shared resources. So it doesn't have to be physical health, it can be financial health. There's a businessman there that's lost everything. We've got Sagittarius, we've got the 6th house of Virgo, so it is about health, and Uranus, rebellion. If somebody doesn't want something spoken about. Oh, steady. Ankles and legs, feet and toes, abdomen, intestines, and the reproductive organs. So somebody may want to make a drama out of this. Older men in uniform, darker complexion, negative energy. Capricorn and Leo, negative energy. And we've got unconditional love for yourself and others. So whatever you do, decide to do it with love. For yourself more than anything, but not in an egotistical way. It's in the early stages, but there is a need to choose a different path. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Somebody may have a mental illness. Yeah. And somebody is feeling isolated, alone, erased even. Lonely in a room full of people. There's a hole in the pit of the stomach that they can't fill. Father energy. So, head and face injuries. This is a bad government official. This is a bad boss. This is a bad prince, king, whatever. There we are, the highway. Dictatorship. Unsuccessful and doesn't protect. 4 and 31. Yeah, control. It's all about control. And they will hang on with the fingertips till they bleed. Something that's already gone, already over. Yeah, there's a failure here. The drama queen. Because they're failing. They know they're failing, so they're going to make a scene. 6 days. The nightmare will be over in 9 weeks. And there's a large sum of money at stake. Could come to an end, or it could be inheritance. A home, a house, a wedding, a celebration, the foundations. home is not a home without fire in the hearth, food on the table, and a welcome at the door. So Aries is the only one we've got there. Aries is in the second house, which should be in the first. And it's Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, Chiron in Aries, which is healing, and Ceres in Aries. So it's a lot about health here. You're going to have to change your ways and look at things differently. So someone's health is impacting on your life. But you're not leaving them in the dirt, so that's good. Yeah, Judgment Day hasn't arrived yet, so obviously either they haven't been diagnosed or you haven't been diagnosed, or even if it's a bad health situation, it doesn't mean that it's all over. But walls have to come down. Number 20, Gary, Sandra could be important. The phoenix can't rise, so you can't rise until you come out of your comfort zone and sort this out. Face it head on. Stop. Yeah, so Mum and Dad are involved now. 3 and 30, we've got Abigail, Natasha, Elaine, Greg, Josh and Lauren. Nothing can grow in barren lands. There's no growth here. It may mean that you think there's a growth and there isn't, like some sort of tumour or whatever. Maybe that's not the case. May the 31st, November the 11th are important, possibly. The military, the agriculture. 3 and 30, arguments with the woman, probably the drama queen. But it's not getting anywhere. 19, Karen. So somebody's being a bit of a Karen. And something's being exposed, coming to light. Maybe exposure to treatment. Sunlight, travel. And a day off or time off to relax, to recuperate. To something that you're blind to. There it is again, living in the past. So maybe it's an illness that's in hereditary and that you're thinking of the past. But this is time for a new adventure. You've got to feel the fear and do it anyway. Jump off that cliff and make your wings on the way down, so don't give up. Somebody's lost hope here. And they're having to rely on others, which is never good, is it? You don't feel that's a good thing. Either financially or emotionally, there's no independence here. So sitting on the fence, you can't do. You've got to face it head on. 10 years is mentioned more than once. A massive windfall. Or a family unit and security hangs on this decision. So, Leo Taurus. We've got Uranus and Taurus. We've got Uranus there. Well done, Spirit. But no Leo. Taurus is in the 3rd house of communication. And Leo is in the 6th house of health. So, let's have a look then. Some sort of rebellious act to do with health and knowledge and travel perhaps. So maybe they don't want people to know because they're supposed to be travelling somewhere, when actually that's just delaying something. and that time might be needed. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Hospitals, vocational workplace, which is what today's card is all about. Health services, work, altruism, teamwork, co-workers, pets, efficiency, vocation and daily routine. This is where you become aware of others, so you might not really have noticed that mum's not feeling well or dad's not feeling well. But suddenly there's an aha moment. That explains everything. If personal identity and self-worth have not been developed, the sixth house may seek recognition for good works, so needs to be told how good they are and what they've done. It's also co-workers, but without a strong sense of boundaries, which is why you need your boundaries and learn to say no, it becomes elastic and there is no separation between you and me, so your feelings, their ailments, etc. But if you've got too strong boundaries, then cooperation is impossible. So you have to be a little bit flexible and not try and control. It's linked to health, which in turn is dependent, which they're dependent on how much at home, there it is, the home, someone is with their body, mind and emotions, and how much self-care is expressed. There's the self-care. This is truly holistic house. The state of health reflects the inner harmony, and there is no inner harmony at the minute, while disease indicates inner disharmony. So there's something going on here, but there's not enough love. Very little love there, I'm afraid. But love for another human being, even that is better than nothing. You may not get on with your parents because they're both in reverse and they're both negative influences. So, Uranus in Sagittarius. Unconventional beliefs direct life for this freedom-loving placement. But there's no freedom. Somebody is wanting to escape and they can't. Revolutionary ideas and the urge to expose hypocrisy and humbug. There's the exposure. So, #22, Zoe, Kate, positive energy. The oak, number 1, oak, the oak door. Oh, I gave my acorn to somebody, so, but we've got the oak leaves. So that's Taurus. The doorway, you need strength for this journey, and there is travel there, so for the next adventure, you need to be strong. So, get yourself checked out, get yourself sorted. Health. The Celtic knot in the background is called the Dara knot. The knot is said to represent the root system of the oak. There's the root system, family tree. And symbolises strength, endurance and wisdom. The oak I'm writing, so I'm going to pull an oak. The mighty oak, the gateway to the other world, It is known as the doorway, the threshold between worlds, or over the threshold to a new home. The guardian between the worlds, the oak door is often used to access fairy or to journey to other worlds. Do not take this lightly, as the oak energy is very powerful. You must always walk this path with a pure heart and intent. If you don't, you simply won't be given access. So doing something good without expectations of reward. Spirit can see into the heart of your soul. There is no escaping or trying something to be something you're not. Whenever you are in need of strength and stability, call on the oak. Are you taking on too much and struggling on regardless? It may be a time when you need to realise your limits and be gentle with yourself. The oak is about endurance, but you have to look at what cost. Oak will help you move from the stagnant place. There's the stagnant place. Or show you that you are moving just ever so gently towards your goal. Just as the acorn slowly becomes a tree and continues to grow at a slow and steady pace, the acorn energy is also great to call on for fertility of any kind. So that is failed pregnancies, especially new ideas and projects. There's the new ideas and projects where we do the full that. Lastly, the oak is invaluable when you need answers or seek information. Remember its connection to the ancestors and call on the collective wisdom to guide you when you are lost or in need of clarity, knowing which path to take. Oak will help you sift through the overwhelming amount of knowledge, Sagittarius, available to us at this time and give you exactly what you need at the right time. So watch out for the synchronicity. So they're going to send you messages, just like they've sent the Ogum there, and we're going to pick an Ogum. They're going to send you subtle messages, word association, animals, birds, insects, etc. And we're not going to go into the book because it'll take too long. I might post it later on, but it'll take too long, I'm about to say. So the elder, endurance, strength and passion. So use your passion and endure what must be endured with strength. I might do a video later on, like I said, but the elder, look it up, the Ogum for the elder. So they're giving you strength to endure what needs to be done. But that doesn't mean control. Issues with mum and dad. Oh, the 3 and 4. Now, Dragonfly is the number 17, but in this deck it's 48. The Dragonfly, wherever you see it, is a good sign. Very good sign. It's about transformation, but it is in the reverse. So, the Dragonfly and the Pansy. 48. Perching with a delicate grace, the dragonfly is a symbol of balance. So is Sagittarius. So is Libra, nimble and attuned as a dancer. So somebody may be a dancer, which is why there's issues with the feet and toes, or being a dancer in the past. It moves effortlessly through the air, shifting direction with ease. That's what you must do. Pansies are named for the French word penser, meaning thought. So think carefully. and were given by the Victorians as tokens of thoughtfulness. Together, the dragonfly and the pansy indicate a harmony of thought and action, and that's what they said earlier on, in harmony. Like the dragonfly, you have stumbled into an unhealthy obsession. Unhealthy obsession. Now that could fit as well. So it might not just be your health. Recall the way a dragonfly shifts through with ease and aim for the same nimbleness of thought. Is my attention shared among my various interests and endeavours, or do I tend to favour just one? And that could be a child or anything. Am I satisfied by how I spend my time and energy? And how can I build more balance into my life? Somebody. There. By bringing something into the light, exposing it. So don't tell on me, I'm afraid it looks like you're going to have to. Light illuminates the darkness and the gloom, bringing hope and inspiration where there is none. Ask the angels to fill you with more light, for it contains spiritual information and knowledge. There we go, Sagittarius. These are keys to the universe, and there he is holding his key, the little fool, wherever he is. Stepping into the unknown, which is Uranus. The keys to the universe and bring love and peace, which is badly needed because there is none. Love and peace. There's your peace. As well as unlocking the wisdom within you. As your light becomes stronger and clearer, you will find clarity of purpose. You will radiate brightly and become a beacon, reminding others of the divine help available. Angel wisdom suggests you ask the angels to ignite and strengthen the divine flame within you, because you are the light. Absolutely beautiful read. Thank you for listening. Make sure you do good deeds, say good things, and be the light that shows others the way. Love and light. Thanks for listening.